Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Leafy Murdoch here, and here today we're doing episode 6 of season 2 of Mob Psycho 100. Now, carrying on from last week's episode, which I have officially decided my favourite my favourite episode of anime of all time. I mean, all time. Bones did a fantastic job last week. I haven't read the manga or anything, but I just absolutely enjoyed the hell out of the last episodes. And honestly, once the series is done, I will pick up the first season and second season on Blu-rays. Just phenomenal job. We have to wait until Funimation does the second season. Haven't started yet, but just phenomenal work by Studio Bones. I basically done a video of me bum licking Studio Bones if you want to check that out. But anyway, just looking at the summaries and stuff, like not people's opinions by the way, but just like just summaries just to remember what happens in the episode. I can see the rest of the season's getting like nines and nines out. I think every episode's pretty much a 9. Even for what they are, like all the casual episodes, like this one today, like or just like progressing and stuff to the next like big event and that sort of thing. Like yeah, it's all. I think it's like this anime is definitely 9, except for last episode. You gotta give it a 10, as is my favorite episode, a 10. But anyway, just beginning of the episode, we get the mob doing push-ups, doing 33, 34, 35, and his new record. And he's almost at the average level of an average middle school student. Apparently, I think 35 press-ups for anybody is pretty impressive. So yeah, I could barely crack out 10. So yeah, but yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh, we can't let him like overtake us or anything." And yeah, and they all mention like, "Oh, it's someone's birthday on the old group, like because it's a 2-part group." Apparently, anyway, I forgot that totally happened. So yeah. But yeah, Gail mentions that one of the dudes, it was their birthday. They celebrate his birthday, and then someone mentioned last week it was their birthday. So what they do? Just go and have some pop and like I don't know, not pop as an alcohol pop. I mean like just like a lemonade. Let's go to say call it lemonade or Coca-Cola at the local cafe, and Mob's having a good time. And Mob's like just like settling in, and he's making friends and that sort of thing. Like he's feeling really like comfortable and stuff, especially with what happened last episode. He really feels comfort in his position at the moment, and basically Reagan calls him and says, "Oh, we need a job. We've got a job for you." And Mob's just like, "Oh, what a downer! Can you just do it yourself this time around?" And Reagan basically convinced him to come around. The mob was not happy at all. He picks up his suitcase. Everyone he's apologises to everyone that have to leave, and they say it's fine. They've got bigger priorities and that sort of thing. And like I really like the bodybuilder club. They're really cool. And he goes to the job. He does it in like 2 seconds. And yeah, he basically says like, what do you say? He probably says to Reagan, "You do realise I do have like a social group outside you and stuff, and like I do have friends, and I do want to go out and enjoy myself and have a good time." And I can relate to that because like I do see a lot of people like not to be moaning about everyday life or anything like that, but a lot of people do like get upset and stuff when they get called into work and like just that sort of thing. But I had a girlfriend once who keeps getting constantly called into work, or ex-girlfriend who constantly kept on getting called to work when I was around us, and we had like a not long distance, but like very fair distance away from each other, and she got called into work and she was in tears, and all she wanted to do was spend the day with me and stuff. And like it can get to people. I can really understand that. Like, luckily enough, I don't really get called into anything. But yeah, but I've never really experienced that. So dread the day I have to. But yeah, anyway, like then he says like, oh, he's just Reagan's just being a piece like a massive dick, basically, and he's just saying stuff like, oh, they're just using you. I'm your true friend. The only person you can really get advice from is me, and that sort of thing. And he's just being an absolute arse, and he's just like making Mob feel like a piece of crap. And Mob's like taking none of it. Like he's like starting to show up and stuff. Like he's not taking any of his crap. And he basically says to him, "They're not lying. No, they don't use me. They don't see me as below them, and that sort of thing." And basically says, I think I'm starting to realise you lied to me a lot, and that sort of thing." And he's like, "What?" And he says, I think we need to spend some time away from each other. And it basically shows, after that, it's just a montage of like Mob being happy and stuff, and like just enjoying his like his like company of his new friends and that sort of thing. And then when it comes to Reagan, he's basically like just saying stuff like to not take over his mind. Like he realizes deep down he took a bit too far, and like he's lying and stuff. And Dimple even mentioned to him, like, yeah, you just, I don't know, you're not really pretty much nothing without him, Tosia. And he's just like just telling himself stuff. And then when he starts reading, he even sees Mob like in the street and stuff, and he hides away. And Reagan, it comes to a scene when Reagan's like checking his like basically his Facebook. It's called I can't remember what it's called, Friends Book or something like that. And he checks it. He gets an email from his mum. I can't really. It was very hard to tell, but he did like tremble in fear, and like he did remember it's his birthday and that sort of thing. And he's like trembling in like up sadness and stuff. And he's realised, oh, I've got to change my ways. Got to change myself into a new man. And Reagan then starts to play this game. He starts doing these random things like just doing more exorcisms and like doing counselling for people, and just trying to bear himself, which is good to see. Spy's a massive dick. Like, I don't know, I did have a bit of respect for him like beforehand, but it just like shows that he's just like being a massive dick to like Mob and stuff, and like dragging him down and stuff. Like, I don't know. I just related so much. Like I related so much to like him taking away from good situations and like manipulating him to make him feel like, oh, I'm the best you're ever gonna get and that sort of thing. When it's clearly not the case, because he's just being lied to and that sort of thing. And when Mob has had the balls to like step up to him, like just tell him to go away and stuff, like, I don't want to work for you anymore and that sort of thing. And Mob doesn't really seem that phased at all by it at the time, anyway. And like he's just got like, and when they have, sorry to go back to the scene, but he just like, you just see the sign of anger in his face, like when he knows he's lying. So yeah, and anyway, back to the thing, back to where we were. Reagan was like just like saying stuff, like we'll play this game for hours and hours on end, so he can like perform this exorcism. I don't really know how it works, does it? It's just like even like the pros wouldn't step up to it. He managed to do it in the end, and yeah, he's managed to get his own TV show out, and then people approach him with his own new TV show, and he ends up sitting next to someone who was at the not the auction thing, but like the exorcism thing, when the billionaire hires loads of exorcists and trying to get that exorcism done on a girl. And so yeah, he appears up and he wants to take revenge on Reagan. So yeah, I'm really enjoying. Oh man, I'm really enjoying this series so much. Like this, I've said this so many times. Like people like watch my season episode reviews of Mob Psycho 100. Season 2 is so much better than season 1. Season 1 was pretty good, but this is like taking up to a new level. Like one's writing is really good, man. Like you take him lightly for One Punch Man. Yeah, it's a good series. It's a good, like, yeah, he's like a really underlooked like manga artist, and it's like Mob's. I like, honestly, like Mob's progression is like one of the best I've ever seen in anime. I told you at the time I wasn't really too keen on season 1, but I will have to go back and watch it again once season 2 is finished with pride. as well. Like, and like I'm just really like. It's, you just tell me in the comments like how much you're enjoying this episode. Like not like every episode's getting a 9. Like IBM, like even IBM, like I was giving it like 6s, like for the season 1, but giving 9s. That's way unfair. I'll give it like 7, maybe at least like minimum 7s. Like a couple of the episodes on season 1, and like 8s and maybe 9s on season 2. But yeah, just like. This is as a whole is being really better. Like they stepped up the animation, they stepped up the creativity for season 2, and yeah, it's only on episode 6. I'm absolutely loving it. I think I was like deciding I might actually make a video of this tomorrow, or Wednesday maybe. But I'm going to talk about like the different whether do I prefer The Promised Neverland or Mob Psycho 100 currently. Actually, I'll do that Thursday because yeah, it'll give you a better like. I think if we do 12 episodes each, so then yeah. But yeah, I prefer Mob Psycho 100 at the moment, definitely. But I'll give it to The Promised Neverland's next episode. But I'm not comparing them. It's very hard to compare them in a minute because they're very two different series. But Mob Psycho 100, this episode like went up another level. I was like, obviously it wasn't as good as last week's episode. It's pretty hard to like beat last week's episode. I might actually watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it after this episode, or after I've done this. But yeah, actually, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Anyway, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all the good stuff. I've really enjoyed this episode. I really hope you're enjoying it as well. And so yeah, it's been a real treat. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.